Hi friends, I've got another story for you. This one is about our sacred relationship to the honeybee and a specific incident that really affected me and changed my paradigm. Here I'm in the woods at the Emerald Arc. I think I'm going to go inside to tell you the story. Let me just tell you the story without too much prelude. This happened in 2019. In 2019, I was living in Barnardsville, North Carolina. I was renting a little farmhouse on a farm that butted up right to the Pisgah National Forest. It was a beautiful place. When I was living there, I had 5 hive beings living on that land with me. So 5 honeybee hives that lived there with me. And as is often the case in a constellation of hives, one may become the main communicator to the human being who is guarding them. So I had a hive at the time. Her name was Orca. Orca was a thriving large hive, and she was the one who communicated with me the most, mostly through dreams. And one night, I had a very clear dream that a bear came to the hive. Now, I should tell you that we had never had a problem there with bears before, even though we were right next to the national forest. The person who owned the farm also had some beehives and had never had trouble with bears because they had 4 guard dogs that lived on that farm, kept the bears away. So I did not have electric fencing around the hives. They were basically just in my backyard. Anyway. So I had this dream. In the dream, it was during the night, a bear came, opened the hive, and in the dream, bees flew out of the hive, which obviously wouldn't actually happen because bees don't fly at night, but that was the dream. And for some reason, I knew that dream, Orca was telling me that a bear was coming. Now, I do not know, I don't really know how I knew, I just knew. Sometimes you just know. And I knew I did not have the time to prepare or somehow make all of my hives bear safe at the time. It would take me multiple days to get what I needed in terms of electric fencing. So basically what I did is I prayed. I prayed for the safety of the hive. And there's more to that story, but I'll keep that for another time. And what happened is 2 days later, so 2 nights after having the dream, the bear came. The bear came to Orca, and I heard the dogs barking, and I came outside, and sure enough, the bear had been there, but something, wasn't the dogs, because the dogs were still on the other side of the farm making their way over. The bear had tried to take the cover off, but it was ratchet strapped, and so he had just slightly tilted the hive and took off a feeder that was on the front. But the hive was okay. She was fine. Something scared the bear off. And in that moment, the reason that this affected me so much was not that the bear came, not that something scared it off, but it confirmed to me that Orca communicated with me in advance that the bear was coming. And what we perceive as the future is not in the realm of the bees. All timelines come together in the now. It was one of those moments where I could not explain, but something shifted in me. And I had known from my own spiritual work with the honeybees, who we as human beings have had a very sacred connection with for thousands and thousands of years, that I had this inkling at that point already that the bees were not only reflecting back to us the human soul, but also helping us return to wholeness, including coming to a remembering of the truth of time. That time isn't linear, the way our left brain helps us organize, but time works differently. And that was such a visceral, concrete experience. I was never the same after that. And that's the story for today.